Lovely, what's good? Thank you for joining me on another episode of Being a Mom. In today's episode, I am going to be talking about family planning, the various methods of family planning we have readily available to us in this part of the world, the advantages and the disadvantages, and basically the little things you should know about family planning. If this is your first time here, you are absolutely welcome. Don't worry, in this channel we are going to learn quite a lot about motherhood if you're not a mom, and if you're a mom already, there's so much to relate with and also learn as well. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification button to get notified whenever I post any content. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, the reason I decided to talk about family planning is because I realized after I had my baby that quite a number of moms do not know so much about family planning. And there are a lot of myths and facts surrounding family planning. I mean, I was super surprised when somebody told me that, oh, when you do some kind of family planning, when they want to remove it, they will have to remove the whole of your womb. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And luckily for me, I knew quite a lot about family planning even before I got married, because there was a time when I was working with an organization that I had to do an extensive research on family planning, and it was quite a practical research. I had to visit hospitals and pharmacies, and I think my project was on teenage pregnancy at that time, and I had to do something about how to prevent teenage pregnancy, pregnancy as a whole, and which means, of course, that has to do with family planning, which is contraception and all of those things. So I've always known about family planning. So when I hear mothers say, no, I don't want to do this, so I'll just add weight, yes, some fears are actually valid, but there's nothing as good as an in-depth knowledge about family planning, because it helps you and it guides you to make some certain decisions on the kind of family planning to do and know what exactly would work for you and your body, right? So let's get right into it. We have the long-active reversible contraception and the hormonal contraception. Now, the first one, long-active reversible contraception, just as the name implies, this is the kind of contraception that stays for a long time and it is easily reversible. There are two methods of family planning under this long-active reversible contraception, which is intrauterine device and implant. Intrauterine device is mostly known as IUD, and implant. Now let's talk about, I'm going to talk about it one by one, and I will talk about what I think according to the research I made a while ago and even till recently, the advantages, the disadvantages, and side effects and all of those things, right? So intrauterine device is like it's a device that is usually inserted to block the uterus through the vagina, right? So it is inserted and it blocks the uterus from allowing sperm go into the uterus. Of course, when sperm does not go into the uterus, you can't get pregnant, right? So this one does not have anything to do with hormone. It does not disturb the hormone in any kind of way. It is just put it in and it blocks the uterus, and it can actually last for as long as 10 years. And the good thing about this thing is that, the good thing about this IUD for me is the fact that when you remove it today, your next ovulation cycle, you can get pregnant. It doesn't have to do with the fact that you have to wait for some time, or do you understand? So immediately, because it's really logical, it's something that is inserted into the uterus to block sperm from going into the uterus and all those processes, right? So when it is removed, it means that there's a space, there's a room for the sperm to go into the uterus and do whatever it wants to do. Do you get? So, and immediately it is removed, immediately you can actually get pregnant. And for me, I feel that this one obviously does not have anything to do with the hormone. So there's no issue of maybe you're adding weight, it's giving you mood swing, it's giving you depression, nausea, and all those other side effects that comes with the hormonal contraceptives, right? Now the second one under the long active reversible contraception is implant. This implant is usually, I think, is placed under the skin. Now I feel that this one has something to do with the hormone, because it releases a certain kind of hormone that will not allow you get pregnant, right? I really don't want to go into all these biological terminologies. I'm just trying to break it down in simple layman term. So the implant, for the ones I know, mostly they are usually inserted, I think on the ham. It could be inserted, I think, anywhere underneath the skin, but the most place I know is usually inserted is on the ham. And it lasts for 3 to 5 years. I think the least is 3 years, the maximum is 5 years, right? And that one as well, immediately it is removed, you can get pregnant. There's something about family planning generally. There's no way it would not mess with your menstrual cycle. There's really no way you can escape it. The side effects could be limited according to the kind of family planning you do, but there's really no family planning that would not mess with your menstrual cycle, at least a bit. I had IUD, and I actually had it quite early, so it really messed with my menstrual cycle. I had it about a month and 10 days or a month and 2 weeks after I had my baby, and which was pretty early because my postpartum hormones at that time was still all over the place. So having, to tamper with my body, putting some device to block one place, it was a wall. For months I was spotting in between periods, because when you use the word bleed, it means like you're like, it's heavy. It means that you are bringing heavy blood, right? But I was not bleeding, right? But I was having blood spots in between periods, and at some point I think I was on my period straight for 7 weeks. Yes, that was how serious it was. I was extremely fed up. I felt, no, I'm just going to go and take this thing off. I'm not doing it again. If I'm going to get pregnant, let me get pregnant. Anywho, I can't do this anymore. But I just felt, you've waited, because I was told explicitly from the hospital that you might have irregular menstrual cycle. I was told from 3 to 6 months. So I was patiently waiting for 3 to 6 months, and after 6 months, it was still quite irregular, and I was not pleased. It was either my period was too heavy or was so light, and because I had already been told, so I just thought, okay. I think after the 6 months or the 7th month, it became quite regular, and I realized that happened to me because I had the IUD inserted quite early. My elder sister had her own inserted, I think the same day I had mine inserted, but because she already had, it was like about 1 year and a few months after she had her last child, it didn't affect her menstrual cycle. Her menstrual cycle was just normal and regular, and she never had any side effects. So I think it was either the fact that I inserted mine early or the body. For me, IUD does it. The implant sort of, I think it sort of messes with the hormones as well. No menstruation at all. But it doesn't really have to do with mood swings and all those things. Under hormonal contraception, we have pills, we have shots, and we have emergency contraception. Now, these pills are pills that are supposed to be used every day of the month. It's designed in a way where there's a pill for every day, and you have to use it at the same time every day. Now, I need to mention that IUD implants are usually 99% effective. However, I've seen a couple of cases on social media, Instagram precisely, where a baby is birthed with IUD on their head. They literally bring the IUD to the world. So I've seen very, very few cases of situations where IUD fails, but it is not rampant. It is not rampant at all. But for the hormonal contraception, now for the pills, I feel that pill is hard, it's tough. Use the pill every day of the month without missing it, and you have to use it at the same time every day. It's quite difficult. Now, if you follow the instruction to the T, if you use the pill every day of the month at the same time, is like 99% effective. But if you default, if you just use it typically, maybe you use it 3 p.m. today, tomorrow you use it 2:30 p.m. or use it 4 p.m. It's like 97% effective. Is according to my research. The disadvantage is it has to do with weight gain, mood swing, nausea, fever. I mean, the relative signs of PMS, right? Menstrual pain, all those symptoms you get when you have menstrual pain are things that are likely to happen. Weight gain, messed up menstrual cycle, right? So for me, that pill does not cut it at all. But for some people, I mean, there are a lot of meticulous people out there who would never forget to use it, and they will use it at the same time every day. For people like that, it absolutely works. Now, another method of hormonal contraception is injection. Now, this injection is called, let me calm down, Depo-Provera injection. I hope I got that right. And it is actually a shot that is taken every 3 months. It lasts for 3 months, right? So when you take it, it is actually really effective, 99% effective as well, if you take it at the time you're supposed to take it every 3 months, right? It's effective. However, the side effect for me is the fact that when you've taken it consistently, now this one too also messes with the menstrual cycle. God, it messes with the menstrual cycle a whole lot, because yes, I've actually used it before and I had to stop it because it was just too much. The way it messed my menstrual cycle up was too much, right? So, and another thing is the fact that you'll be advised that when you want to have a child, imagine you've been taking it consistently for maybe a year, which means you've taken it 4 times in a year. If you're planning to have your child, you should stop it at least a year. If you've taken it consistently, you have to stop it like a year before. Now, for me, that is tough. And the fact that there's not even, you can't be too sure. You might take in before, if you stop it a year before, you might take in on time, you might not get pregnant on time. I mean, it's tricky. You just can't be too sure. It all depends on the body. So for me, that's a no. It was one of the major reasons why I just stopped it. Like, no, I can't do this. And yes, I was actually taking it before I had my first child, right? I had gotten married, but I was taking it before I had my first child. So, the rules of, I just felt, no, I don't think I can deal with it. And I had to stop it. Plus, it messed up with my menstrual period a lot. It would also contribute to weight gain, depending on the body. It would give mood swing, just the side effects are really similar to that of the pills. Now, the third method under the hormonal contraception is the emergency contraception. Now, they are pills that are used 48 to 72 hours after an unprotected sex. If you use it within 24 hours, it's like very effective, like 99%, or say 98% effective. Anything from 48 to 72 hours is like 92% effective, even depending on the brand and the body. Now, here's one tricky thing I found out. If you have a moderate weight, emergency contraceptives are really effective if you are of moderate weight. But if you weigh more than 70 kg, they might not be so effective. As a matter of fact, you might be advised to take a double dose. You might be advised to take a double dose. So it's really, really tricky. And the fact that I just feel it's not healthy, it would also emergency contraception too are likely to mess with your menstrual cycle, especially when you take it often. And in my mind, I'm like, why would you actually, if you know that you are not, you're not ready to get pregnant, why not get long-lasting contraceptive rather than emergency contraceptive? For me, it really makes no sense. Get something that would last you more than that. So this one too, it could, mess up your menstrual cycle, give you mood swing and all of those things. And yeah, that's it. Now, moving on to the barrier method. Of course, the barrier method is what we know, the most common, which is condom. Male condom and female condom. Female condoms are not even as common and popular as male condoms, but male condoms are the most popular. The major advantage of any barrier method or condom is the fact that it not just only prevents you from pregnancy, if well used, it would also prevent you from sexually transmitted diseases, which all other kinds of contraceptions can never do. Only the barrier method can do that. However, it is not 100%, it is not even 99% safe, because there are situations where the condom might break, and most times you don't even know. The condom might pull out and leak in some sperm into the vagina, and you won't know. It might break and you don't even know. So for me, I don't know, for people who are dating, right, you can do, if it works for you, absolutely by all means. Even if you're married, if it works for you, absolutely by all means. But the truth is, it is not it is not even 98% safe and effective, right? Right. Now, and the fifth one, which is the fertility awareness, that is basically knowing your safe periods, when your fertile windows are open, when it is safe for you to have sex, when it is not safe, when you're ovulating, and all of those things. I think it is amazing, right? Because for people who have regular menstrual cycles, you can easily calculate when your safe period is. You can know when you can have sex, when you cannot have sex, and follow it. But for people who have irregular menstrual cycle, it's a no-no, because the truth is you just can't be too sure when you are ovulating. Even for married couples, calculating the safe period and all of that, there's sometimes you just want to have quickie. And there's sometimes you just feel like, well, at the end of the day, I cannot come and keep myself. I want to do something. Let us have sex. Let us make love. Even when you are not safe to have sex, even when you're ovulating. So, I don't know. And the sixth one is the permanent contraception. That one is when the tubes are being tied. That is like permanent. There's nothing, you can't get pregnant again. It happens it's applicable to men, it's also applicable to women, right? So it's like that one, I don't know, I don't want to talk about it, because I don't think I want to recommend it for anybody, so I'm not even going to talk about it. But the permanent kind of contraception is a situation where the tubes are tied. For me, I'm an advocate of family planning, especially for new moms, because see, the truth is, when you as a new mom, you really don't know what's up with your menstrual cycle, because your hormones are still, postpartum hormones are still all over the place. You don't know, you won't, for most people, they don't begin menstruation on time, or they don't even menstruate for as far as a year plus. Some people, due to breastfeeding, some people, when they are breastfeeding, for as long as they are breastfeeding, there's nothing like menstrual period. However, that does not deter the fact that they are still going to be ovulating. So you don't know when you're ovulating, you don't know when your safe period, you can't even calculate it, because you don't know, unless you're a kind of person that knows when you're ovulating by some signs in your body. But not everybody knows that. And even if you know the signs of your ovulation period, what if it comes, what if it does not come? So I think personally, for nursing mothers, for new moms, it's quite risky not to have family plannings. And I realize a lot of people don't do family planning because of the fears, because of the myth people have put into their head, because of a lot of things they hear, and they don't consult their doctors, their specialists, to get adequate information to guide them. I am an advocate of family planning. Always get a family planning method. It saves you a lot of stress. It saves you money. For some of us, we are quite meticulous as to when we want to get pregnant. For example, when I got married, I told my husband, and I said we're not going to have our baby immediately, even though we eventually had our baby sooner than we planned to initially. We eventually changed our minds, but when we just got married, we just thought, we just want to spend time together with ourselves. And immediately, even before I got married, I started taking some, I started applying some family planning methods, because I knew I was not ready to get pregnant. Do you get? So it's just advisable for anybody who is sexually active and is not ready to have a child. Try to apply a family planning method, either the barrier method, the female condom, the male condom, contraception, anything that works for you, just do it. And for new moms especially, because you really don't know, even if you want to do the fertility awareness kind of family planning, you really don't know when you're ovulating, when you're not ovulating, and all of those things. So I just feel it's better to be safe than to be sorry. And a lot of people are really interested in family planning, but because of the things they've heard, or because they are quite unsure, they are quite unclear, they don't do it. So please get more knowledge, do research. There's Google there. Aside from the research I did way back 2012, yeah, I think it was 2012. Aside from the research I did way back in 2012, there's Google there. There's access to information on the internet. So just, get knowledge, educate yourself about family planning, and know the kind of family planning method that works for you and your body. And if you think you need to talk to somebody, you will need to consult one-on-one, go to the hospital. You will always get your doctors or your nurses to educate you. And family planning is extremely affordable. For the government actually subsidized family planning. So for most private hospitals, I think what they only ask you to do is the honest private hospitals, or they will tell you, they will run a pregnancy test for you to be sure you're not pregnant, and after that they give you the family planning for you for free. That is the one that has to do with the long active reversible contraception. But for the I don't know about the injection. When I was taking the injection, I used to pay. I don't know about now, and that was like a while ago, so I don't know about now. And for the pills are sold in the pharmacy and they are extremely affordable. I think the pill is about 70 naira. 70 naira, less than 100 naira. Is really affordable and is out there for everybody to access. I'm sure I have imparted knowledge. I might have missed some things because I was trying to make this as brief as possible. So if you think I missed something in everything I said, in this information I gave, kindly let me know down in the comment section. Or if you have an extra information you want to give and share with everyone, kindly let me know or let us know down in the comment section. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't give me a thumbs down. I do not like a thumbs down. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Please leave a comment. It means a lot to me. It helps me do better. It helps me get better, and it helps me look forward to coming back to another episode of Being a Mom Right. Don't forget to share with your family members and your friends. If you have not subscribed, this is the right time for you to click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon to get notified whenever I post a new content. Thank you very much. My name is Anyone, and I will see you soon on the next episode of Being a Mom. And don't forget to follow your girl on the gram. On Instagram, it's at Anyone. My handle is right there. See you on the next episode.